Hey, it's Ellie. Welcome back to another Sims 4 recreation speed build, which is a series where I recreate a TV or movie set into The Sims 4. So today, as you probably saw from the title, I am building Walter White's house from Breaking Bad because that show is awesome and it's kind of really easy to build houses like this in The Sims 4, so it was a perfect build. I had so much fun building it. This is probably one of my favorite recreations that I've done so far. I'm trying to think if there's any that I like better. Maybe that How I Met Your Mother apartment, but this one is pretty good, I think. I mean, the outside looks really good in my opinion at least, and the inside is fairly accurate. There's a few things that are off because Sims, but mostly it looks pretty similar. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get good screenshots of the actual house. I'll try to take some through Netflix, but they might be awkward and have like the actors in them and stuff during the show. It's hard to get a clear, just plain picture of the actual house, and that's all. But anyway, I was rewatching Breaking Bad during this whole build. If I pause it all, it's because I'm trying to figure out what is in that certain area that I'm working on, and I'm trying to like scour the show to find it. I did just watch it up till I think I'm on season 4, episode 6 now, and to be clear, I'm rewatching this for like the 4th time. This is not my first time watching it at all. So yeah, I did have to scour a few random episodes, though, to find the scenes that I was looking for, that I knew had good shots of some of the rooms, because, yeah, if I just waited to watch all those scenes as they came in order, that would take me a really long time to finish the build. But I did rewatch it anyway, and it was awesome, just as it always is. Though, okay, here's my thoughts on it. I'm going to assume anybody listening to this has already seen Breaking Bad since it's old, so spoilers. Every time I watch Breaking Bad, I think I hate Walter a little bit more. Am I the only one who feels like that? I just he's so selfish and mean, and he just arrogant. He's just so prideful. I can't. Every time I watch it, I'm just like, you know what? You got your own self into this situation and you deserve it, because, I know he says he's trying to do it for his family, and I think that's initially maybe the reason why he starts, but I don't think that's the reason why he keeps doing it at all. He just likes to feel like he's the best at something, and so yeah, I don't like him for that. I don't like him for putting everybody in danger for his own selfish reasons. And so every time I watch Breaking Bad again, I just start to hate him a little bit more. You can probably tell by the 4th time that I really do not like him anymore. But honestly, I think that's one of the things that makes this show so amazing, is that the main character is maybe not the most likable person. You disagree with him a lot, you think he makes bad choices a lot, and that sometimes he just does downright the wrong thing. But I think that's why it's so good, because you kind of have this love-hate relationship with the main character, you know? So you're rooting for them, but at the same time, it's hard to explain. You know that they shouldn't be doing that, I guess. At least that's how I feel. Maybe other people don't feel like that, but yeah, I think that's one of the things that makes this show so amazing. Another thing, this is just going to turn into a Breaking Bad rant. I hope you realize that. Another thing, though, that I think is really, really well done in this show, that's kind of unique. Not too many shows do this, but their camera angles and the way that they shoot some of the scenes are just incredible. For instance, it wasn't too long ago, but I watched the episode where there's a fly in the lab that they work in under that laundromat, right? And Walter goes crazy trying to get the fly, and they show they like have the camera sort of on the fly, you know what I mean? Like you see what the fly sees, and that's just, it's so creative when they do that. I really like it. It makes the show, I think, more different than some of the other ones that just, you're just observing. But in that way, with the way they do it, it kind of feels like you're there more, I guess. I don't know if this makes any sense, but basically I'm just trying to say that I think the camera angles are really well done, and it adds to the show so much. Everybody in this show is really good. I'm just waiting for the end of the season, because I think these last two seasons are probably my favorite, 4 and 5. I mean, they're all good, but 4 and 5 for me were the most intense, I guess. Kind of the end of season 4, if I'm remembering the order of this right. But I think, I think those are my favorites. I honestly, even though it's the 4th time of rewatching, I completely forgot some of the scenes that are in the show. Like, that one part where Walter drives his car over those 2 guys that killed Jesse's girlfriend's brother. I hope somebody knows what I'm talking about, because I don't remember any of their names, but let's see. Yeah, I can't think of the kid's name, but it's the kid who shot... Oh man, what was his name now? Combo. Yeah, the little kid who shot Combo. The 2 guys who killed that kid. Walter runs over them with his car. I completely forgot that scene even happened. And my fiance came in when I was on that scene, and he was like, "Oh man, the next scene is amazing." And I was like, "What happens?" And then, that happened, and yeah. So that's pretty cool. Even after the 4th time of rewatching, it's still really enjoyable. And if you haven't rewatched the show, I definitely recommend you do a lot. Because you catch so much more things when you rewatch it, like all the little foreshadowing things that they have done since the beginning of this is just really well thought out. It's one of those shows that I feel like they knew how it was going to end before they started writing, which is not something I can say for all shows, because I mean, some shows, the way they end, I just can't even, it doesn't even make sense to me, or it's just so different from the rest of the show that you kind of wonder if maybe they just didn't have a plan when they started writing it initially, and they just didn't know what to do at the end, so that's what happened. But I definitely don't feel like that with Breaking Bad. The show is very concise. It goes very neatly together every time, from beginning to end. They knew what was gonna happen, and so that's probably another thing that makes this show so amazing. I should probably talk about the build now, okay? Let's see. I'm working on the living room. The living room, it wasn't difficult, but there's not too many matching items for the furniture that they have in the living room, so in that way, I did struggle with it a little bit. And the red windows I really was not liking, but they're red trimmed on the outside of the house, and these are the only red windows in The Sims that actually look decent and kind of, I mean, they don't look the same as the windows on the real house, but the other windows are worse, so I used these ones. I do change all of them except the front ones, because I just hated the red. It was way too obnoxious. Another thing is the curtains. That's probably the biggest thing that is different, to be honest. All the curtains are like a plaid print, like a red and green plaid print, and I think in Walter's room there's like a tan and bluish plaid printed curtains, and there are no curtains like that in The Sims 4 at all. No plaid. No. So I couldn't really get those curtains right, and I think that's what makes the house look the most different, is the curtains. If I had proper curtains, I think it would look a lot better. But yeah, I had to see what was in these living rooms from the quick shots that they do here and there. And I think I got it all right. I mean, some of this house I built for the season 1, season 2. I was looking at that while I built it, and unlike most shows, they don't change the set around hardly at all on this show. But Holly's room, I did basing it off the first season where she wasn't even born yet, and then after I did that, I came back to the build and I decided that I really didn't like that. I wanted to do her actual bedroom when she's born because it's cute, and Walter sleeps in there a lot through the rest of the seasons when she is actually, there and not in Skylar's stomach. But yeah, so I do go back and change all of Holly's bedroom pretty much. Also, there's like kind of a debate a little bit about Walter's house, whether it has only 1 bathroom or 2, because the only bathroom they ever show is connected to the master bedroom, Walter and Skylar's bedroom in the back, and you see that one a lot, and that's the only bathroom that you ever see anybody use, including the guests. But yeah, people aren't sure if there's a second bathroom, and I don't think so, to be honest, because from what I can tell, there is the boiler room, which I actually didn't put in. Sorry, I didn't have space for it in The Sims. It doesn't quite lay out the same, but yeah, there's the boiler room, which I'm pretty sure doesn't have a bathroom connected to it, because I think there's one scene where Junior comes and stands in the doorway. I kind of vaguely remember that. I didn't pay much attention because I wasn't building that, but yeah, so I think there's just a boiler in there, and then there's a closet, like a double door closet in next to that. And then on the other side is just the 2 bedrooms of the kids. So yeah, I'm going to say no to the second bathroom. Pretty sure it's just this one in Walter's room, which I tried to do properly. I take that bed that I'm using right now and I put it in Walter Jr.'s room because it looks better and it looks more accurate to what he has than what they had. Another main problem is the wood colors. I couldn't quite get them all to be the right color, and maybe that doesn't bother anyone else, but it really bothers me. They're supposed to be more of a lighter tanner wood, not like such a dark wood as the things I have in here, but there's just not enough matching items, and I didn't want to have all the mismatch items because that looks stupid. So I went with the darker wood, and that's as good as it's gonna get for here. Unfortunately, there's no wallpaper that has green on the bottom, I think it is, and then pink on the top, so I just went with all green because Junior's room is also green, Holly's room is green, there's a accent wall in the master bedroom that is green, so I just stuck with that. I put it all green. I guess they like green when they built this house, so yeah, I'm pausing for a while. I was probably trying to look up what's in this room because I think besides Walter Jr.'s room, this is probably the room you see the least of in the house. So it was kind of tricky, but there's a few scenes where Skylar walks in and it gives a pretty good view. And like I said, I'm at first starting to build it from the season 1 screenshot that I happened to get, which is awful. I can't use it for the actual comparison screenshots, but yeah, there's just this like long chair couch thing that has a bunch of presents and toys on it. So I was doing that, but in the end I deleted all this. I swear they changed the dresser though, because I didn't look at the screenshots again, but I put this dark colored dresser here, and then later when I go back and I was looking through the season 4 scenes, or maybe it was season 3, I don't even remember, there was a white dresser instead, and I was kind of confused, but yeah, I just put the white dresser. Also in Holly's room, I tried to make a little air duct vent thing. Probably a vent, right? That's what it's called. The ducts or the pipes. It doesn't matter. I tried to make the little storage space that Walter stashes his money in the beginning of the show, and it's just there hiding in the little vent, and it gets blown all over a lot, but I did try to make that just as a little nod to the show, I guess. I mean, the whole thing is a nod to the show because it is a recreation of the show, but I thought that was a nice little touch to put in there for people to notice. I really wanted to make a little Heisenberg, like that little cartoon of him with the glasses and the hat. I really, really wanted to do that, but I couldn't find the right item. I thought there was a really small wall light that I would be able to outline it with, but I couldn't find one, so I could not do that idea, and I was pretty bummed. I did make a lab, though. A meth lab, I guess I will call it. It's really just a science lab, but so what I did was I put some stairs around the back of the fence, so your sim will actually have to walk out of the lot and then around the other side to get to these stairs. It's fine, there's no issue with it, but yeah, technically they won't be on the lot when they walk to it anymore. But then they go downstairs and they go through a basement, which I left completely unfurnished. There is just the bottom of the pool in it, so there's that. But otherwise, there's just one more set of stairs that I put up to the garage. So, and then I filled the garage with all the science equipment. There's the chemical analyzer, I think it is. And what is the other thing? I don't remember. There's a microscope thingy. There's something else too. There's a third item, but I just put all the science things in there because I thought it would be a cool little thing. You can make Walter a scientist if you play him in The Sims. That seems logical. And then, yeah, then he can do cool chemical things in his garage, which you actually can't get into from the outside. And I know that I think there might be a washer and dryer in the garage, actually. I haven't seen it yet, but I feel like there is. I'm not sure. I didn't put it though because there's no laundry in The Sims 4 yet. There will be soon though. They're making the Eco Living Pack, which has laundry in it, which is what everybody voted for, which everybody who didn't vote for it thinks is absurd that we want laundry in the game, but mostly I just want it so that I can build laundry rooms. Is that stupid? It's probably stupid. I like to build real houses, and real houses have laundry rooms, or at least a laundry area. Anyway, here's Walter Jr.'s room. You don't really see this one at all, hardly. There's like 2 or 3 scenes where he's doing his dad's donation website there that they all walk into his room for a minute, so I saw briefly what was in there. It was enough to fill this room. I really doubt there's any more things in here than when I put, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know if there's any windows in his room though. I think there is a window on my house at the end of his room, but yeah, whatever. The house will look weird from the outside without any windows, so that's why I put them on the outside. I put them there so that they would look good on the outside, and I didn't really care how they looked on the inside, to be honest. So, yeah, but I don't think there's any other windows in Walter Jr.'s room. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, I'm pretty much done with this speed build now. Let's see. Oh, I think I go through and do the courtyard area, the patio, I think I'll say, actually. It's not very accurate. I'm just going to throw that out there. I just put a table and chairs and a small little grill, and that's all because the backyard was too small for the whole patio area with the swimming pool and all the extra chairs. I didn't bother putting those. I thought it was good enough. I mean, they don't spend a ton of time in the backyard. I don't think that's the important part anyway. You want to play in the house with the, the White family. So yeah, here's Holly's room fixed. I added all the things that I think are in there now. Yeah, white dresser, and there's no changing station, so I just put this little, I don't even know, it's like an ottoman thing. Not quite, but yeah. And here's the courtyard. But I'm actually going to stop talking now because I'm about done with the speed build. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel because I post Sims videos every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And as always, if you have something you would like me to build in The Sims 4, just request it and I'm sure I can get to it if it's doable in The Sims, that is. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye!